It's called Downstream. Took a boat down by the sea.
Imagine a world without the soaring melodies of the logical song or the infectious groove of Breakfast in America. These timeless hits, which defined an era of rock music, were brought to life by the singular talent of Rick Davies, the co-founder and voice of Supertramp. On Saturday, the music world lost this legendary artist at 81 after a decade-long battle with multiple myeloma. Born in 1944 in Swindon, Wiltshire, Rick Davies' love for music was ignited early in life. As a child, he was captivated by the rhythmic brilliance of Gene Krupa's Drummin' Man, a record that sparked a lifelong passion for jazz, blues, and rock and roll. This eclectic musical foundation would later become the heartbeat of Supertramp's distinctive sound, blending intricate instrumentation with soulful storytelling. Davies' childhood in Swindon, a working-class town, grounded him in a sense of authenticity that would resonate in his music, making his songs relatable to millions. Growing up, Davies honed his skills as a pianist and vocalist, drawing inspiration from the raw energy of blues and the improvisational spirit of jazz. By the late 1960s, his ambition led him to co-found a band that would redefine progressive rock and leave an indelible mark on music history. In 1969, Davies partnered with Roger Hodgson to form the band that would eventually become Supertramp. The group's early years were marked by experimentation and lineup changes, but by 1973, Supertramp had solidified its core roster: Davies on vocals and piano, Hodgson on guitar and vocals, Dougie Thompson on bass, Bob Siebenberg on drums, and John Helliwell on saxophone. This lineup would become the backbone of the band's golden era, producing some of the most iconic albums and songs of the 1970s and early 1980s. Supertramp's breakthrough came in 1974 with their album Crime of the Century. The record showcased Davies' soulful vocals and his mastery of the Wurlitzer electric piano, which became a signature element of the band's sound. Songs like Dreamer and Bloody Well Right introduced audiences to Supertramp's unique blend of progressive rock, pop, and introspective lyricism. Davies' contributions as co-writer alongside Hodgson were pivotal, with his gritty yet emotive voice providing the perfect counterpoint to Hodgson's higher-pitched harmonies. Supertramp reached the height of their success in 1979 with the release of Breakfast in America, an album that became a cultural phenomenon. Featuring hits like the logical song Goodbye Stranger, Take the Long Way Home, and the title track, the album soared to the top of charts worldwide and remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. Davies' songwriting and vocals were central to the album's appeal, with his Wurlitzer riffs and heartfelt delivery giving songs like Goodbye Stranger their unmistakable charm. Breakfast in America was more than just a commercial success, it was a defining moment in rock music. The album's themes of disillusionment, identity, and the pursuit of the American dream resonated deeply with listeners. Davies' ability to infuse his performances with both vulnerability and swagger made Supertramp's music timeless, appealing to both the introspective listener and the casual fan looking for a catchy tune. Despite their success, Supertramp faced internal challenges. Creative differences between Davies and Hodgson led to Hodgson's departure in 1983 to pursue a solo career. The split was a turning point for the band, with Davies taking on a larger leadership role. He remained the only constant member throughout Supertramp's history, guiding the band through subsequent albums like Brother Where You Bound, 1985, and Free as a Bird, 1987. While these albums didn't replicate the commercial heights of Breakfast in America, they showcased Davies' resilience and commitment to his craft. In 2015, hopes for a Supertramp reunion tour were dashed when Davies was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, a type of blood cancer. The diagnosis forced him to step away from touring, marking the end of an era for the band. Despite his health challenges, Davies remained a fighter, channeling his passion for music into more intimate performances with his hometown band, Ricky and the Rockets. These local gigs allowed him to reconnect with his roots and perform with friends, a testament to his love for music even in the face of adversity. Beyond his musical achievements, Rick Davies was known for his warmth and resilience. His 50-year marriage to his wife Sue, who managed Supertramp from the mid-1980s, was a cornerstone of his life. Sue's support was instrumental in navigating the band's complex dynamics and legal battles, including a royalties lawsuit settled in 2023. Just last month, a U.S. appeals court ruled that Hodgson must share royalties for 3 Supertramp songs with his former bandmates, a resolution that brought closure to a long-running dispute. Davies' personal life was marked by a deep connection to those around him. The band's statement, accompanied by a poignant photo of Davies walking his dog by the sea with Goodbye Stranger playing in the background, captured his gentle spirit. His devotion to Sue, his love for animals, and his ability to find joy in simple moments endeared him to friends, family, and fans alike. Rick Davies' passing at 81 marks the end of a remarkable chapter in rock music history. His contributions to Supertramp, from co-writing anthems like The Logical Song to defining the band's sound with his Wurlitzer, have left an indelible mark. Supertramp's music, with its blend of introspective lyrics and infectious melodies, continues to resonate with new generations, proving that, as the band stated, great songs never die, they live on. Davies' journey from a music-loving child in Swindon to a global rock icon is a testament to his talent and perseverance. His ability to navigate personal and professional challenges, whether creative disputes, health struggles, or legal battles, reflected his strength of character. His performances with Ricky and the Rockets in his later years showed that his passion for music never wavered, even as his health declined. The band's statement paid heartfelt tribute to Davies, emphasizing both his musical genius and his humanity. His soulful vocals and unmistakable touch on the Wurlitzer became the heartbeat of the band's sound, they wrote, capturing the essence of his contribution to Supertramp. Fans have taken to social media to share memories of Davies' music, with many citing Breakfast in America as the soundtrack to their lives. From radio airwaves to streaming platforms, his songs remain a touchstone for those who grew up in the 1970s and 1980s, as well as younger listeners discovering Supertramp for the first time. Davies' legacy extends beyond his discography. He inspired countless musicians to blend genres, take creative risks, and stay true to their artistic vision. His influence can be heard in the work of modern bands who draw on the progressive rock and pop sensibilities that Supertramp pioneered. His story is one of resilience, from his early days listening to jazz records to his final performances with friends, proving that music was not just his career but his life's passion. As we bid farewell to Rick Davies, we celebrate a man whose music brought joy, reflection, and connection to millions. His voice, his piano, and his songwriting crafted a sound that defined an era and continues to inspire. Survived by his wife Sue, Davies leaves behind a legacy that will endure through Supertramp's timeless catalog. Whether it's the wistful strains of The Logical Song, the bittersweet farewell of Goodbye Stranger, or the triumphant chords of Breakfast in America, Rick Davies' music will forever remind us of the power of great songs to live on. Rest in peace, Rick Davies. Your music will continue to echo in the hearts of fans around the world, a fitting tribute to a life well lived and a talent that will never be forgotten.